doing that? Why this? Why this? Why is everybody a porn star? That's all done on purpose, and they do it every time because they run the same playbook over and over again. Yeah. Build it up, steal the wealth. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Everybody go to samtripoli.com.
People ask, is everything a conspiracy? The answer is yes.
Who and what is controlling everything and why? They practice sorcery. I can't argue against magic.
I don't know what it is that we live on, but I believe it's a realm. This realm that we live in is the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell.
Chicken snake gods and the Anunnaki and sorcery. If Sam says the chicken and snake god is running everything, I'm literally in the world of crazy. I'm winning.
You're losing. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.
Hey Sam, happy MLK Day.
So in celebration of MLK Day, Dylan decided to show up 15 minutes late. So basically on MLK Day, he decided to show up on black time. We love and miss you, MLK.
The FBI should have never assassinated you. That was wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
We all agree that that was wrong. A lot of people don't even
know. Oh, dude, listen to me, Dylan Wren. You don't even know where Daddy is living right now. You see me here, but in reality, my mind's in a different dimension.
I need to suck this Earl Grey tea down fast because you are torqued out of your mind right now. I need to match your energy. What's going on?
Well, Dylan, I want to start with something I learned a couple days ago, is that the reason John Lennon was assassinated, which is very interesting because the government likes to assassinate in clumps. Like they're like, okay, we're going to assassinate, but let's hit a bunch of them so we get it over with. So it's like the same kind of impact, like big impact.
Like Fred, Malcolm, Martin, that kind of thing.
But JFK, who was JFK? Was Martin Luther King around JFK?
I don't know.
Around that time, then RFK, bang, they were all right around each other, like maybe a year or two, but they were in that clump.
Yeah.
And then after that was like Reagan, John Lennon, But I found out
Reagan wasn't assassinated,
but there was assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I found out the reason the real reason behind assassinating John Lennon was because he was trying to leave the Freemasons, and the RF and the catcher in the rye that the guy was holding up is the signal to everybody that. To the other Freemasons who might be thinking about effing around and hey, you're going to find out because John Lennon was talking about how he didn't want to be a craftsman anymore, which is a Freemason.
Oh, wow.
So that and that's why the guy didn't run.
Okay. So there's no way to really drill down on the truth of any of that, but I mean, I'll take your word for it, I guess.
And you know what, dude? That makes the show a better place. But that's where we're at. John Lennon was a Freemason who was trying to get out of Freemasonry, and they said, "Not today, brother."
Well, I asked you if we could touch on a topic that might have been too deep for YouTube.
Yeah. But we're doing YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're doing YouTube. So this week, patreon.com/aka Deep Waters, we'll be breaking down the sacred sauce of the Freemasons.
Oh, okay.
Also, Club 33.
But saying that word might just get us clicked.
Oh, okay.
You gotta beep it.
Maybe mark that. You guys know it. It's the special sauce. It's harvested from those stricken with grief and terror.
But I got something so interesting for you.
Yeah.
That you might. So did you see the article which stated that the Skull and Bones in Yale is having a DEI situation?
Yeah.
Like they're debating whether they should use diversity in the Skull and Bones? Like, do you think that's a real, like, that is so insane to me. Like, all these old white lizard people are like, should we let some Chinese people in?
Yeah, I mean, second generation immigrants and stuff like that. It's important for Skull and Bones and equity and inclusion.
Yeah, I mean, to me, and it's rainbow skulls. That just, dude, that could be the story. Can we mark down beginning stories of the year? This might be one of the stories of the year.
Well, you know what? It might be. It's kind of sad because Skull and Bones is losing their grip on society and culture. You know, Skull and Bones used to be hot shit.
They used to be
you know
who destroyed that brand? The Bushes.
You think?
Yeah. But this is all, dude, the fact that this is a group that when you enter the Skull and Bones, you have to drink from Geronimo's skull. That Prescott Bush dug up Geronimo, stole the skull, polished it down, and now that is the cup in which they drink out of. Now imagine if they did DEI, okay?
Oh no.
And now a Native American in a wheelchair has to drink from a Geronimo's skull.
Listen, if the makeup of the Skull and Bones is more representative of what this nation actually looks like, I think it's a win.
Okay.
I think it's a win.
How crazy is that?
Maybe we need some wheelchair-bound Native Americans to tell these fucking psychos that, they need to curb their evil or they need to just kind of diversify it.
It's very weird, dude. We are living in crazy times. We're living in such crazy times, bro.
Did you hear about this thing in Japan?
What? That nobody's banging Japanese chicks?
No.
Something about Asian women, nobody wants to have sex with them.
And that, I don't know what we call that. We got to come up with a name for just a baseless claim like that.
Dude, they're having a population problem.
Everyone is.
I know, because nobody wants to hook up with these chicks anymore. Nobody wants, especially in Asia. Something about Asian women, turn off Asian men.
The reason why we're having a fertility problem globally right now.
OnlyFans.
One, OnlyFans. Two, Billy G. Okay.
What's Billy G?
Bill Gates.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nobody's taking enough colloidal silver.
Yeah.
And that's why it's happening.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Japan, there was evidently 1,200 tons of fish that washed ashore.
That is not good.
And no one knows why it happened.
Yeah, they know why it happened. They just don't tell you. It's some sonar radar shit. They're probably doing some kind of nuclear testing underwater.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, so far in January, we've had 10-foot grays in Miami. We've had Cat William going off on black gay Hollywood.
Okay. Just black Hollywood. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? I mean, dude, by March, we should have Godzilla if everything plays out.
Well, this strikes me as the work of Godzilla.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
And also, dude, you were ranting and raving about, I think Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
How you just loved that movie.
Dude, I'm going to say something right now. The words you pick after this will determine our relationship.
Okay. Thought it was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thought it was a great movie. And it also reminded me of how much I just adore the guy.
Yeah.
I am such a huge fan of Godzilla. And when Godzilla does Dance Dance Revolution all over a city and destroys countless lives, I am kind of like, how police used to investigate domestic abuse problems?
Yeah.
They would ask the woman well, what did you do? That's what I want to ask the aggrieved and traumatized people of these Japanese cities. What did you do to piss him off?
Yeah.
He's a reasonable dinosaur.
Yeah.
You want
to hear a funny story, dude? So I go with my buddy, Giovanni. We go watch because I love Titan movies. They're my favorite. I'm going to go find this guy from Ink Master and get either my arm or my leg done in a killer color Godzilla.
What is it about kaiju Titan movies that's so?
I don't know. I've just, since I was a kid, I love Godzilla. I mean, I love Godzilla.
He's the best.
And it's just, what's so funny about that movie is it reminds you that good story plot can make a movie amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't that great.
Anyways, I'm going to ignore that. So we go watch Godzilla just wreck Japanese people, right? So we're done. We're going to go walk around. We see this Japanese couple, and they're just looking around lost, and we're like, we got to help them, dude.
Okay.
Godzilla wrecked their people. This is the least we could do. So they couldn't find their hotel. So we helped this Japanese couple find their hotel because of Godzilla wrecked their village at one point. So, that is a true story.
So this is why the Skull and Bones is diversifying. Okay, too often we get these hero complexes in us, and we try to project helplessness onto minorities.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Is like why this is a story of why the elites are always in trouble.
Are you saying that they're behind the ball and scrambling to catch up with the BlackRock
there's a real
stuff?
problem. You're going to have kids soon, and you're doing really well, and you're going to keep growing. And the blessings are for your life. If you get to a place, you're going to be making really good money.
Yeah, and
then you'll realize that your child will have everything it wants. And now you get in a real problem where, has my success hurt this child's development by making this child have to figure out how to win in life because everything's being handed to them? So the elites have this real problem that their kids are dumbasses. They're creating dumbasses. Like Paris Hilton's grandpa created one of the greatest freaking hotel chains everywhere.
Right.
She's an idiot.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, listen, people are like, you just don't know. She's actually a genius. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't know if she's a genius. I mean, this is something I've been trying to get into, that people aren't getting dumber. Just two things are happening. They're getting saturated with useless knowledge, more knowledge than ever.
Yeah.
And the skill set has changed.
To what?
To more internet based.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, was it better then when the economy and your dollar's worth more, or is it better now where the biggest idiot in the world can go on Dr. Phil and go, catch me outside, and now she's making $10 million a month on OnlyFans?
You're talking about Bad Baby.
Yeah.
You're talking about Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Songbird Bad Baby.
Yeah.
So she's got fire.
Yeah, I mean, but
she's got fire.
But she is. Listen. In my humble opinion, she played a character like Larry the Cable Guy, went on Dr. Phil, played this character, and really was just a diabolical genius who just knew. And this is why all of these OnlyFans models are just doing these ridiculous things to go viral, because all you need to go viral in the most ridiculous, it could be the most dehumanizing thing. Everyone will run to go watch you tickle the kitty.
It is so insane to me that anybody pays for an OnlyFans.
It is crazy to me.
It's just bonkers. Why the fuck would you pay Black China $29.99 a month?
But she's found the Lord. She doesn't do it anymore. She
great.
Totally got rid of her whole thing.
Yeah.
She made all the money. She's like, she did 2 years of OnlyFans, made $140 million. She's like, I can find the Lord now.
I don't judge anybody for doing most things. So I'm not judging Black China for making a cool $100 million and then finding Christ. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's a little bit like Letterman banging interns and then saying, we have to swing a wide scythe of progressivism, and if people get their careers killed,
that is
then,
the best thing I've ever heard.
It's like, hey, Dave, go fucking grow your beard out on a farm and leave us all alone.
Yeah, shut up.
Hypocrite.
Stop closing doors behind you on guys who want to bang interns.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're totally right. You're totally 100% right. The funniest thing is, I saw this story. There was this guy who was a crypto millionaire. He's was dabbling in crypto early, made a shit ton of money, and just one OnlyFans, he just spent $70,000 on. And then he met her, right? And the way it looks,
oh my God.
But the way the picture looks is she's acting like she's Dave Grohl.
Sure.
Detached. Is this guy gonna be crazy? It's he paid $70,000 for you. Why are your clothes still on?
Well, hey, Sam, pump all the breaks, but also if someone paid $70,000 to be around you, automatically you know that they are not well.
Right.
Automatically.
But
automatically not well. That's why we were talking about Big J, Janet.
I disagree with him.
Janet Jackson, perfect play. What'd she get paid, like $250 million to have a kid?
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy thought she was going to fall in love with him.
Yeah.
She was like, out.
Well, dude,
Goodbye.
God bless him for being progressive enough of Middle Eastern to actually let her leave.
Yeah. No, she could have
Right?
been
Be
thrown
like, you
off
know
the
where
top
you
of the
are,
Burj
right?
Khalifa.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Why do I need you around?
Speaking of, this is kind of like loosely tethered to this, but I wanted to get you're talking about the dumbing down of society.
Yeah.
I don't know if, listen, I don't not like Taylor Swift. And there's a lot of conspiracy around, my wife had never really seen a full football game, and we watched the Chiefs game this season with the whole Taylor Swift thing going on. And we watched the KC game, and I was like, you're not going to fucking believe how many times they cut to this woman.
Yeah.
You're not going to fucking believe it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think you're being a little hyperbolic about it. It was like 6 times in a minute and 30 seconds towards the end of the game. And people are getting conspiratorial saying that they're going to try to put a thumb on the scales for KC so that Taylor and Travis can get married at Disneyland after they win the Super Bowl. So
Not against that theory, dude.
But
the problem is the Chiefs aren't that good this year. We're going to have to see some serious shenanigans, I think, for them to get anywhere past the Ravens. But that's...
We don't want to talk about football, but, the receivers have got to start putting some super glue on those gloves.
Yeah,
because,
they already are,
he's
bro.
throwing good balls. But anyways, I don't not like her. I despise the hold that she has on culture.
So there's...
It's so nuts to me.
There's a whole discussion right now that Taylor Swift is, in fact, a CIA psyop.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
It's the only thing that makes any sense to me
because she has been created to manipulate young women, particularly young white women, to manipulate them, to sway them certain ways. Like you see, she gets politically active. Her goal is to corral white women into the Democratic Party.
Well.
But I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of player hating on her.
Yeah.
And I get it because they cut to her. But, did you see the thing where she gets the whole stadium to be, dancing with her?
Yeah.
There's part of me, that's kind of cool at the same time.
Right. No. Respect.
Kansas City's great, by the way.
It's not her fault that she was tapped by the new DEI Skull and Bones to be one of their commanders.
Yes. Her story isn't it wasn't like Taylor Swift went to Nashville with a hope and a dream and just things were no, her dad bought the record company and made her. So there's a lot going on with that.
Yeah, and also I'm aware that Taylor Swift isn't the most DEI candidate.
Oh yeah,
but she is a woman. And
yeah, that fits in. Somehow white women have convinced everybody that they're part of the minority oppression, even though literally there is more white women in America than any other demographic.
Well, there's a rich history of I don't want to get into this debate with you, but you always you say stuff and then I got to be the Susie B. Anthony of the podcast and then it gets uncomfortable and we don't need to go there.
What does that mean? You got a knit?
But listen, the kind of fanaticism surrounding her fits into this tapestry of Americans being Stockholm syndromed by people who are doing so much better than them.
Yeah.
So people will go to bat for fucking billionaires.
I agree, bro. It's so crazy.
If they came anywhere near them, they'd be like, "Ew, go away."
Yeah. They'll be like OnlyFans you spent $70,000 on.
Right. Exactly. It's like when you talk about Apple maybe bringing production back stateside, people are like, well, then the iPhones would be $70,000 or $7,000. How do you allow yourself to Ryan? Oh, Ryan.
Oh my God, Ryan. Bro. What do you think? We're playing in a tree fort?
But yeah, it's like, how do you allow yourself to sympathize with corporatists and billionaires so
Dylan,
quickly?
Just when I thought you were pure Riri,
libtard,
okay? You get it, dude. You totally get it. People act like corporations didn't make money before free trade.
Yeah.
Listen, they are not saving money by listen to me. They're not by moving production across the thing. They're not like making it cheap enough for you. They're just making more profits.
Yeah.
There is a market cap for what they can charge. They know that. So in my humble opinion, if they brought production back here, in the short view, they may make a little less money, but then in the long run, everyone will have more money and be able to buy more stuff. That's it.
Moloch doesn't have a lot of foresight.
No, it's not even Moloch. It's like this weird group of like progressives. I can't explain to you how many people. There was a time I got in an argument with a bunch of comics that I love about how ridiculous free trade is. And this one guy was like, dude, they got to do it. They said the line about it would be $1 billion if it was made here. And I asked him, I go, hey man, can you name me, there are 10 cars that are made in America at the time. Can you name me any of them? He goes, no, what's your point? I go, because according to you, they should be $1 bazillion, and you would know, oh, you're paying that money because you want a car here. And in reality, they're the same cost as every other car.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't be like, my favorite thing is all these people in Hollywood who are for free trade, and pro union. Like those don't work together.
Sure.
That's called mental gymnastics.
Yeah. It's a Simone Biles like floor routine.
Yeah, 100%. You know? When she's not feeling depression as a reason to sit out of the Olympics because she's feeling anxiety. And also, oh, by the way, her brother was up on murder charges. I think was somehow dropped after that.
Dude, it's so weird how like.
I just dropped some hammers.
I don't want to. This is a crude reference to the Holocaust, which is inappropriate. But there are certain things in our culture, like, you know, after that Simone Biles thing, I'd be going around and people would be talking about how brave they are, and I'd have to tuck my star under my shirt and just look around, going, "Am I on fucking Mars right now?"
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
It's like, what the fuck is going on? And it's the same with the Swifties. Like, she's doing fine. She's doing fine. You do not need to go and attack people on her behalf. She's worth more money than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, this like army of Riris that just attack you if you have.
Well, I'm part of the Riri army.
Well, I mean, I like Taylor Swift. I had what's the name? Bad Blood? Is that Taylor Swift? I love that song. It's in my workout mix when I want to really push it hard and I need to be, bang it out.
Right, right. Exactly.
I like Bad Blood.
No, you need to get
She's
great. She's great. And Apple's great, but they're doing okay.
Apple's doing more than okay.
Speaking of corporatists who are doing fine, we've got the end of Leave the World Behind happening in real life. Mark Zuckerberg is building a bunker in Hawaii.
Not only him, Joe Biden is too.
Okay, so are we alarmed?
I am very alarmed. Because I don't know what he thinks is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think I was talking this last night on my premium content that I think there's a couple things that are about to happen.
Are you wearing orthopedics?
No, these are Fila's basketball sneakers. What do you think? I'm Ron DeSantis wearing high heel sneakers?
Those look like Ron DeSantis shoes.
No, they're not.
They're pretty hideous
at all. Bro, the other day I was at the airport the other day and I saw this. For some reason they let this homeless woman in and she was not doing well.
She wasn't flying anywhere?
She wasn't flying anywhere. At least on a plane. In her head, I don't know where she was.
No, she was soaring.
And she had no shoes on. And I was like, okay, there for the grace of God go I. And I walked over and I gave her my shoes.
What?
I gave her my Skechers that I loved. I love that. It was either them or these Fila's, and I love my Fila's. So I gave her my Skechers. And by the end of by the time I got my bag, I looked over, she'd taken the laces off and chucked them to the side.
Dude, okay.
I was so sad because I love those sneakers.
I want to empathize and I want to be kind to the zombies walking around Los Angeles. I really do. Okay? My heart breaks, especially the dogs, the one with dogs. I mean,
the homeless dogs.
The homeless dogs.
They're like, this is the longest walk ever.
Rest in power. They're going around blocks for the entirety of their life. But dude, you just never know what you're going to get because they're zombies. So and we got to get back to Zuckerberg.
Just give them money.
Well, yes, 100% just give them money. But if you ever get cute, you find out that there's no purpose to getting cute. Just give them money.
Yeah.
I was at a gas station the other day and this guy, I was like, can I get you anything? And he goes, can I come in with you? And I said, absolutely not. Because he wanted to go on this fucking Daddy Warbucks like shopping spree at AM PM. I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. So he asked for a Gatorade. I got him lemon lime because I'm an adult, and that's the flavor.
That's a fun color. Seems festive.
I get it. I give it to him, and I'm getting in my car, and he stands up and he takes the Gatorade, and he throws it at the ground at a velocity I've never seen a human being conjure. Maybe like the unit. But it just exploded everywhere. And I was just like, what the fuck is the point of this?
Dude.
No good deed.
I was so angry that she did that to those shoes. Because I love those shoes. But these are my dress shoes.
Yeah. Those are beautiful dress shoes. Okay, sorry. So, Zuckerberg is planning for something.
So we have Disease X possibly happening in 2024.
Yep.
We have internet outage in 2024. Okay. We have World War III possibly in 2024.
Yep.
And we have immigration riots. That will be the year.
Okay, so he's preparing for all of it?
Yeah.
Well, can we go to this? Cat Williams obviously has a take on this.
On what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear
it. So yeah, let's hear Cat talk about what Zuck is up to.
I feel like Cat Williams is sponsored by Long John Silver's. That's why he's got that boat
Oh yeah, that nautical pendant or whatever it's called.
Okay, go on. Let's hear it.
You did. Right, and that's how it goes.
What he been on the $270 million bunker? What do you know that we don't know, Cat?
Kim Jong-un? I don't know what you don't know. Do you understand that people that are not very bright are in charge of nuclear bombs all across the country? Mm-hmm. That's what he knows. He knows that 30% of all weapons systems are running off regular Wi-Fi. So what does that mean? That means if a solar flare or a meteor hits either one of those, literally a bomb can go off just because the system accidentally got turned off. Yeah, that's what he knows.
All right. So that's...
Well, now, did that remind you of your time talking to the homeless guy at the AMPM?
The homeless guy was a lot more lucid.
So yeah, I mean, this is something I want to get into that, we treat people, not that he has it, but there's a lot of talk that schizophrenics used to be shamans back in the day. And that our new way of dealing with that is to treat them like mental patients and throw them onto the streets and all that stuff. So what am I talking about? So yeah, I mean, this is predictive programming. They are laying this down. They want you to think that a solar flare is why we're going to have Wi-Fi is going to be knocked out, when in reality, the elites are going to do it. They're telling you what they're doing. This is an occult thing. They have to tell you what they're doing for karma. This is part of the dark arts occult. This is just a rule that was given to them by the fallen angels, the little g gods, on how it operates.
Do you think that maybe there's a chance of that not being right?
There's definitely a possibility
Like
of it.
all
Like
that-
Y2K.
all
You
that-
remember Y2K? They're like,
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all that kooky stuff that you.
No,
just said.
no. What I say is 100% correct.
Well, that's you don't
It's
know.
not even debatable. There's multiple.
You're right that it's not debatable because it's not.
Hey, buddy. I know you have this that you think because fallen angels equals Christianity. It is across many different spiritual disciplines to talk about God sending down entities and trapping them here. Okay, whether it's Hinduism, okay, whether it's Vedic astrology, whether it is Native American folklore, they all talk about it.
You're talking about Gandalf.
What I'm talking about is fallen angels and Nephilims are all the pagan gods. That's what I'm talking about. And these motherfuckers worship pagan gods.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is into dark arts. They all are. Taylor Swift now is starting to reveal her true essence, which is she worships a fallen pagan god called Kronos, the god of time, who is Moloch, who is Baal. They're all the same people. They're all the same little G god. She's on a black cube. She goes up on a black cube. Right there, you gotta be like, wrap it up. Taylor Swift is corrupted. Let's go. Wrap it up. She's riding a black cube. She's calling herself a witch.
Well, witches
are bitches.
No, they're not bitches.
Can we put that on a t-shirt and sell that?
Witches are really, really important. I mean, they were the poultice healers of the day.
Well, you know what, dude? I mean, I again, Christian man here, believe in mysticism.
Sure. And
changing water to wine, mysticism.
You'd have to believe in mysticism.
Walking on water, mysticism.
And I'm happy that witches believed in mysticism at a time when
be bitches.
The Catholic Church did not want any mysticism, right? You know, if your knee hurt, it was because there was something going on with God. But the witches knew that you just needed a little burdock root.
No, what the witches knew is you need a vibrational level. That's why all the bells are cracked. Wow. They've cracked all the bells around the world because they know that bells can vibrate at a level that will heal you. They can now through vibration and frequency create teeth.
Can you look up what happened to the Liberty Bell and why it was cracked?
Because it's a healer.
And can you just find something that says it wasn't the dark arts trying to destroy angelic
I love that.
hertzes?
You're going to go to Google, which is dark arts, and ask them, is it dark arts? They're like, no.
Can you not talk about our wonderful hosting platform like that? Can you please be responsible?
How come all the bells? Will you look up why are all the bells cracked?
Well, there's no way to do that because all of the bells aren't cracked.
Most of the bells are cracked. Not that tiny bell.
I don't even know how to ring this.
Yeah, I know. You're such hot garbage. There we go. Grab the bottom.
Okay, well,
I don't know why you're ringing.
I'm ringing it because you're saying that all the bells are cracked, and in my hand is a bell that isn't cracked.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
ringing
not a
it
giant bell. I love that bell, by the way. Yeah, dude, all the bells are cracked.
What does this say? Question about bells, witchcraft.
Yeah, listen to me, guys. Listen to me. Modern Wi-Fi technology is mysticism.
Sam. No.
Yes.
It
yes.
is
yes.
not.
The Havana Syndrome is Doctor Strange shit.
What is the Havana Syndrome?
Oh, I'm arguing with a white belt right now. It's like so offensive to me and my mental kung fu.
You're not arguing at all. You're just saying shit that
look up Havana Syndrome, please.
That doesn't make any sense. Like Wi-Fi is mysticism.
Wi-Fi is mysticism. Okay.
Havana Syndrome is a condition some government officials and their family members at U.S. embassies in different countries have reported experiencing since 2016. Symptoms have included headaches, sleeplessness, and other signs.
So let me get into this, dude. So do you remember into the Leave the World Behind when that big sound goes off?
Yeah.
That's the Havana Syndrome.
Okay. So what does that have anything to do with Wi-Fi?
That's frequency. manipulating of energy and frequency, which is manipulating you, which is all Doctor Strange shit.
Okay, so here's the thing with conspiracy theories.
Yes.
It would be helpful. My favorite conspiracy theories are the ones that go places.
Yeah.
And answer why.
I have one there. I can't answer why.
Oh my
brother.
gosh.
I can't answer why. What do you want to know by why?
Well,
I actually prefer this.
You can't just say that.
I can. I can say I'm an American, bro.
No. You can't.
I can say whatever I want.
Let's take a quick beat.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
All right, so we're back. Sam's
Sorry,
mic is
dude.
fixed.
Just some mysticism.
So
here.
why are embassy families undergoing headaches, mystical headaches?
Because they were hit with frequency, bro.
But why though?
Frequency and vibration. It's a weapon.
But why though?
So what the elites have done is they've hardwired mysticism.
Why though would someone in, let's say, a Canadian embassy be targeted with Wi-Fi mysticism?
Because we don't know what they were doing in Cuba, and there could be some people didn't like what they were doing, and they hit them with this weapon, mystic weapon they have, which is vibrational frequency.
It was only the Cuban embassy.
Yeah,
it doesn't have. Okay, all right, okay, I can get down with that. I can get down with that a little bit better.
So it's like this thing. I mean, like it's insane. So you know, it's like what they do with what these dark arts occultists do is they take mysticism and they harden it and they call it science, and all the nerd dork beta cucks buy it as science and then dismiss it as mysticism. So a great example is the Hermetic principles. Have you ever heard of the Hermetic principles?
Vaguely.
Okay. Well, you know them better as the laws of physics, because what they've done is take out all the woo-woo and make it into like numbers and binary and when in reality it was the spiritual principles of the universe called the Hermetic principles. Where else have we seen this?
Well, really quickly, why do you take away divinity from mathematics?
I don't.
It sounds like
but the presentation does. The presentation does.
But it's not inherently beta cock nerd dork.
Yes.
To use the divine language of numerology to try to figure out spiritual shit.
Yeah,
and
but
here
dude,
you are on your ivory tower in your Ron DeSantis Filas.
I do not
talking down to people who are just trying to figure out what our gods are trying to tell us.
Because what I'm trying to tell you is that there are people that will wear NASA shirts mocking religion. Those are the people I'm talking about that make me laugh. That they took a Jackson and we're like, oh my God, you believe it? Oh, you believe it? This guy walked out water. You think there's a God?
Are you going to come clean and tell people that you had both vaccines and 2 boosters?
Never.
When are you going to tell people that you took 2 vaccines?
How about poor Howard Stern just keeps getting jabbed like a porn star at a fucking blow bang, and he just keeps getting sick.
Well, okay, should we get into Disease X a little bit?
Yeah, get into Disease X.
Okay. So Disease X is evidently coming.
Which is hilarious, by the way.
Why do you find that funny?
If you want to get into some Avengers stuff too, by the way, do you know who sponsored the bill for Disease X in 2023? Old cricket pirate Dan Crenshaw, right? I mean, could you look like a Marvel bad guy more with your little eye patch?
He's the leader of Hydra.
But pirate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So they already sponsored that. This is all, guys, this is all demoralization campaign. What they're getting you to do is to believe in your head that a Disease X is coming. This is all pressure from above, pressure from below, to get you to have such high anxiety that you beg them to save you. Martial law or the WHO's World Pandemic Treaty, which supersedes our Constitution.
Okay, so let me ask you. So Disease X comes, right?
Yes.
It's the disease we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
It's like Dune 2.
Yeah.
Right. And people start you're at whatever like kitschy capitalistic nightmare strip mall in Tarzana, right? The Commons.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's in Thousand Oaks, Calabasas. People
love Thousand Oaks.
People start dropping like flies.
Yeah.
You're in an M. Night Shyamalan movie at this point.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never. Ever.
Well, could the jab be worse than death?
I think the jab will probably be the cause of most of the death.
Well, okay. So, yeah.
I don't believe Disease X exists. I think what they do is they spray the skies and they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and bacon microwaved.
Okay, so
they microwave you. That's what they're doing, guys. At some point, you'll understand that.
At some point, you'll get it. Can
I get Dr. Andy Kaufman on here? Not the comedian, but the well-respected doctor.
Well, the comedian's dead.
Yeah. Can I? Oh, so you think?
Yeah, we can get the doctor who's alive and not the comedian who's dead.
Yeah, for sure. I would love that.
No, that would be great.
I want him to come in here and tell you how viruses don't exist.
Okay, that would be great. So, chemtrails.
Yeah.
You were saying one of the four horsemen of the 2024 apocalypse.
Yeah.
There's a thing. It's this question: cui bono?
Yeah.
You know, who benefits?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I've always been told, and many of our listeners have probably heard this: when someone is signing a bill, look at the decrepit old lizards behind them, and you'll see who benefits. Right. So with chemtrails, the reason why it's the dumbest thing, right, is because the reason why it's the dumbest thing.
Didn't we go on here? Did we already talk about this on here?
No, we didn't talk about this on air.
How two states have.
You got to do some Googling here, but look up New Hampshire bans chemtrails.
And Texas?
Okay. Ryan's going to have to do some digging while we beat this out.
You're not going to have to do some digging.
Yeah, no, he is.
Just
because
Google New Hampshire bans chemtrails.
There's going to be a little bit of nuance to this, though.
There it is. Wow, that was hard.
Yeah, but what I'd like Ryan to do is maybe okay, so
aerial spraying.
Right. So an 8 upvoted post on Reddit is not going to really cut it for me though.
There's literally stories on it. You're just looking for a reason not to believe. That's all you want is not to believe. So you'll dismiss anything because you're like, this source can't be real. You're like the person who's like, okay, you prove to me that the legacy media is lying by showing me a legacy media article saying that they're lying.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you are is you're like a hamster who's addicted to this sugar water drip of doom, right?
Okay, I'm not of doom. I live in the light, brother.
You live in the light, but everything's fucking Chicken Little and we're all going to fucking die. So you have like these puffy cheeks and you're licking up all this water, and every time it says, we're all going to die.
That looks real to me.
That does look real. But this is where I'm saying Ryan maybe has to do a little reading, because I don't think that the chemtrails that they're trying to ban are the chemtrails that you're talking about, which have nanoparticles in them that they can be
microbiomes that you can't destroy.
Okay, right.
They've done that. They've done testing on the air and the blood, and you can't destroy the microbiomes that are in them.
From the chemtrails.
Yeah.
Okay, so the planes are going up in the sky and they are spraying microscopic organisms that get into us. How? Just skin?
Yeah.
Just okay.
Absorption.
Okay, so they get into our skin.
Yeah.
And then they can't be cured.
Yeah.
Right.
They can't be destroyed.
So it's not like pesticides or anything like that. It's advanced bioweaponry on our own population. Yes. Okay.
So if you go, Sam, is there a virus? I go, no. But you go, Sam, is there bacteria and microbiomes? Yes.
Okay, got it. So, no way, right?
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
But the reason why chemtrails. Okay, so let's take your kind of hamster wheel insanity.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
And let's go. If a conspiracy harms the ruling class, then it's probably not true. If chemtrails are getting sprayed everywhere, then there's no way for Zuckerberg outside of his bunker to be immune from the microwave.
Well, you don't know what they have to deal with that stuff, and maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't care. These you got to understand something. These psychopaths they don't care if they kill everybody, including themselves. They don't care. They don't care. The end result, because you think it's all about money and power, and it's not about money and power. They can print money, and they have all the power. So this is a spiritual war, brother.
You're saying that they're
mysticism.
They're capitalistic jihadists.
Yeah, they don't care about money.
Okay, so that's a good workaround to just completely obliterate the who benefits argument. They want to die.
They want everybody to die.
They want everybody to die.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you remember in the movie Crystals? Do you remember in the movie Crystals? Do you remember that?
No.
You never saw the movie Crystals with David Bowie? Was that called Crystals?
No, that was called
the dark.
Yeah.
Dark something.
Right.
What was that called? Dark Crystals. David Bowie movie with puppets. Will you look that up?
Yeah.
David Bowie movie with puppets.
All right, and then we'll get back to
but that's important.
No.
Because there's people in there that their goal was to the highest form of flattery and promotion was death.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
We were close.
Yeah. So.
Okay, sorry. So in that movie, there were people
who just like the highest form of reward was dying. They were. It was like a blessing.
Okay, but this is a David Bowie movie with puppets.
But my point is, dude, the point is that at the highest levels, if you look at jihadists, right? What's their whole thing? If I die, I go to heaven. This is it.
Well, and the 72 virgins,
right? And the 70. But by the way, who wants that?
Who wants that?
Give me like 60 virgins and 10 whores that just know how to get weird.
What are the other two?
Right?
What are the other?
60 virgin, 10 whores.
You're missing 2.
Oh, 72? Well,
yeah. You want 2 more?
They're running camera and lighting.
Oh. Okay.
Right? So
I think 60 is too high. I think you want to go maybe 35, or perhaps even more whores.
Just a bunch of filthy chicks.
Yeah. Who are great people.
I mean, I don't judge.
Nobody judges. So, Operation Sea Spray, 1980 U.S. Navy biological warfare experiment in which Serita macrocina.
Oh my! I never heard of this. This is nuts.
Globuli bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California.
You also look up something about how they sprayed the city. The U.S. government sprayed the city of St. Louis. That's a very famous story as well. So
I don't know why you don't have the bell in your hand. I mean, this is fucking crazy.
It's easy for you to say.
But again, I don't think that this went through. Oh, no, it did. Oh, my God, it did.
Bro.
On October 11th, 1960, 11 residents checked into Stanford Hospital with very rare, serious urinary tract infections. 10 recovered. Ed Nevin. He did not make it.
Aw, Ed.
3 weeks later from a heart valve infection.
Aw.
But... I'm still going to stick with you saying, no, these people want to die because of that David Bowie movie is not good enough because it goes against every biological impulse in our bodies. But you're saying that these people aren't humans, they are conduits for dark arts.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on. They may have some kind of concoction that helps them not have to feel the effects of that. And there's also this notion that that these elites pay homage to Moloch in the hopes that when they come back, because they believe in reincarnation, they'll come back as an elite like Rothschild or Rockefeller.
Wouldn't that be great?
No, it wouldn't. I never want to be one of those people.
You never do?
No.
You don't like caviar?
No, I don't. I just like to be solo underground Ronin, dog. I'm part of no team.
In St. Louis in the mid-1950s, and again a decade later, the Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide via motorized blowers atop Pruitt something at schools from the backs of station wagons.
Via, say it, via
planes.
Bang! It's happened a lot of times, not just that time.
Wow. Okay. Well, so I'd give you a soft win. Hey, listen, the conspiracy world is aflame with, like, if the conspiracy world had a pharmaceutical budget for, like, CNN spots, it would be for colloidal silver.
Yeah. We should be sponsored.
And listen, you know, if you take too much colloidal silver, you can turn blue and die.
Yeah.
Like those cultists that worshipped Robin Williams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was weird.
But I was looking up colloidal silver and how kind of magical it is. Did you know the Greeks used to... Silver's been used for medicinal purposes for millennia.
Dude.
They used to keep all of their water and wine in silver so that it would stay clean. People have been throwing silver coins in vats of stuff for forever.
Yeah, you throw it in your water, it like cleans it up. Yeah.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, that's called mysticism. And that is what has been stolen from us.
Sure.
Because these parasitic elites have all the knowledge and they've kept it from us. All this stuff. You know, it's like when you laugh at me about the bells, there's real stuff that these old organs in these giant buildings, these cathedrals, people go there not to church to worship, but to be healed. You could do it with tuning forks. I'm just telling y'all, bro, the world is a way more interesting than you nerd dork cucks want to believe, dog. Daddy's out here spitting that truth, trying to save you all. You're looking like he's looking at me like I'm a crazy man.
Why?
Like I'm the white Cat Williams.
Why are you getting so aggressive?
Because I'm just, you know, I feel like Paul Revere just running through the village yelling that the lizard people are coming and no one's hearing me.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, serious, like a waking nightmare that I hope you don't have to encounter that often. But speaking of the final boss, although no, Joe Biden is not the final lizard person boss.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, he's not.
I find this interesting.
Who would you say is the final boss, the Sephiroth of...
Well, I mean, Obama's running the government right now. He's actually in charge. He's just a stand-in. Obama is in charge.
Okay. So JP Morgan strategist has predicted that Joe Biden will drop out after Super Tuesday.
When is Super Tuesday?
Some Tuesday coming up. I would hazard a guess.
So what I find very interesting about all of this is how the Democrats...
March 5th. It's coming up, everybody.
Shit.
Mark your calendars.
So what I find very interesting is how the Democrats seem to be like, we got nobody.
Yeah.
So we're going to get behind Nikki Haley. And you see MSNBC pushing Nikki Haley so badly that in Iowa, the Democrats are coming and voting for her. They're trying to artificially kneecap Trump by pushing Nikki Haley out. That Sikh is a freak.
Is it a Sikh or a Sheik?
She's a Sikh.
Sikh. Okay.
It's not a Sheik.
No, it's just
a Sikh.
Okay. You know, this has been done before in American history. In the Civil War, Abe wouldn't come to the negotiating table with the Confederates. So all they could do was just wait it out, try to slaughter a couple more Yankees so that his popularity numbers would be through the floor and they could elect some Democrat, maybe a Sikh, who would actually negotiate letting people, you know, keep their slaves and stuff like that. So I guess it is just like when it's,
You want to hear civil rights, Civil War crazy fact?
Yeah.
Alexander II came in on the side of Abraham Lincoln, and he actually sent warships to our border. You can actually find pictures of Northern troops and Russian troops together.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. And nobody ever talks about it because Alexander II had just had a giant war with basically the Rothschild banking thing, which is what the real thing was about.
Are you talking about like Napoleon?
No, what I'm talking about is that the South wanted to secede and keep slaves, and the Bank of England came to the South, goes, listen, we'll come in on your side if you agree to a centralized bank. And they're like, yeah, let's go, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, Alexander II had just kicked them out and was like, okay, we can't let this happen. And he came in on the side and he sent boats to our shores, which kept out France and I think Spain from coming in on the side of the South.
The South. What a complicated fairy tale of geopolitics.
It's so crazy.
You know, I still don't understand why people hate the French so much. I know they smoke and their teeth are yellow and stuff, and they're a little conceited.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
But they helped us win the Revolutionary War. I mean, we should be Statue of Liberty. I mean, we should be a little bit more copacetic with the French, I think.
The French are going through something. We're seeing giant migrations that are changing cultures. And it's all and this happens all the time through history. A new group comes in, slaughters all the locals. Now it becomes that.
Oh, you're saying that the Islamists are going to slaughter everyone in Paris?
Well,
like we did?
That's there is going to be. That is the war that has been predicted both in the Bible, the pagans versus the lost tribes of Israel. That is the prediction in the Bible.
Did anyone get a rawer deal than the Romanovs? I mean, they were just minding their own business, ruling over degenerates, right? And what happened? They got a little atheism in their heart. They went in there and they just fucking slaughtered them. I mean, it's just fucking brutal.
Well, it's like very interesting because like my whole thing, because you brought up they got a little weird or whatever the term you used there. I forget the exact wording of
raw
it.
Deal.
But for me, no, like the whole like. We're losing our morals and like cultural decay that everybody says is the sign of a empire collapse.
Right.
I personally think that is the smokescreen put out by the elites when they know they've robbed the base of so much of its wealth that it's eventually going to collapse on each other.
Yeah.
So instead of everyone going, dude, where's our money? They're all like, why is there a drag queen reading to kids? Why are they having gay pride on? Why are they doing that? Why this? Why this? Why is everybody a porn star? That's all done on purpose. And they do it every time because they run the same playbook over and over again.
Yeah.
Build it up, steal the wealth. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Everybody go to samtripoli.com.
Dude, I got, when does this come out?
Wednesday.
So, I have my new show, The Revival 3. That's going on this Friday. Then Batavia is happening at the end of the month, my favorite club on the road. Then I have Bakersfield. Then I have Huntington Beach. And now the live taping of my special Quiet is not going to be the 25th, but it's actually going to be March 3rd. I have to change that. That is basically set in stone.
That is going to be a great show.
I cannot wait to get rid of all this material. I've been doing it for 2 years. Daddy's ready to move on. So that's it, guys. Anything, Ren, please push your product.
Patreon.com/aka Deepwaters. I can't say the word. Isn't that crazy that you can't even say the word?
What?
ADRE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's where we have the dangerous. See, there's safe dangerous, then there's dangerous.
Yeah, so I want to know what's going on with Disney, what's going on with Club 33.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with the Freemasonry at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll talk about that at patreon.com/aka Deepwaters. Follow me, Dylan Pete Wren, and listen to Bad TV. Love you guys very much. Have a great rest of your week.
Love you guys.
Bye.
When people ask, is everything a conspiracy? The answer is yes.
Who and what is controlling everything and why? They practice sorcery. I can't argue against magic.
I don't know what it is that we live on, but I believe it's a realm. This realm that we live in is the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell.
Chicken snake gods and the Anunnaki and sorcery. If Sam says the chicken and snake god is running everything, I'm literally in the world of crazy. I'm winning.
You're losing. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.